Now, I kind of started touching on this a moment ago, but I do want to talk about having a process. We're almost done here. I have two more major points here and then one final goal. But have a process. I just explained to you my process a little bit, but now I'm going to go through it in full detail. So if you are a client and we hopped on the phone, I would say something like this if they asked me what my process was. So our process is really simple. Nobody wants 10,000 emails back and forth for their website. So we do a process that's 4 steps. The first step is this. It's the intake form and the deposit. You're going to fill out this questionnaire that we have, and it's basically a collection of all your content. You'll send over photos, you can use Dropbox, you can use Google Drive, anything that works for you. But then you'll fill out all the content, get that to us, give us your inspiration, what you like, what you don't like, your brand, all those things. We need to collect all of that and get that, and you'll send that over to us. Alongside that, we'll have a 50% deposit to start the project. Once that's with me, I'll do the first draft. And as I do the first draft, I'll give you a day to expect the first review so you can see the website. So that's step 1. Step 2 is the first revision. And in step 2 is I'll send you the site to review. You'll take time to review the whole site. Now, you're not going to send me a few notes, or you're not going to send a few notes back and forth and we're going to do one page and then next page and the next page. You're going to review the whole site. This eliminates a lot of chaos and eliminates a lot of emails. I'm going to send you a Word document. You could use that Word document to fill out for every single page all your notes on the website. And then if there are any outstanding questions that I have, you could answer those questions as well. Then you'll send it to me and then we'll do the same thing again. I'll send you a date when you can expect the work to be complete. Usually that's in about 3 to 6 business days, depending on the size of the site and the project. And then from there, we go to step 3, which is the second revision. At this point, it's more of a minor revision. Most things should be in top shape, but with the adjustments we just did, there might be a few outstanding things. So again, I'll send you a new Word document. You'll review that. You'll add your notes to that document as you review the website. And once you're done with that, you'll send that to me and we'll do that last process again. And once all that is said and done, we're basically ready to launch. And the last 2 steps for launching is getting the site paid for and getting your domain connected to the site. But before we do that, we need to finalize the invoice. And once we finalize the invoice, I'll be able to give you ownership of the website. And so that's step 4, which I call training and launch. So we'll get to that point. I could train you once I get you in the back end, which is right after the deposit. And so basically we'll, at that point, second revision's done. Step 4 is I'm going to get you trained and then we'll plan a launch day. The launch day will be on whatever day you prefer, which will set up your domain. If you have a current site, we'll move your domain, whatever that looks like, to get your site up and running. Wow. Okay, that was a bit of a mouthful. Truthfully, I actually haven't said that in 4 months, 6 months. I don't build websites right now, but at this current phase, we mainly do SEO work. However, those are the 4 steps. Those are the 4 steps of the process. Honestly, this is the part I want you to get to. When I landed that first client, I was really thankful. But when I got on the phone with him, I had no idea what I was talking about. Somehow I convinced myself and I knew that this was the process. I don't know how. Maybe I talked to my friends or something that clued me into this. But once I started that first project, I tried to keep a really good flow with the client so that we followed these 4 steps. And from every project subsequent, every project after that, I was able to continue and keep this process. The good part about a process is if the client says, "Oh, can you just send me access now?" You'll say, "Oh, sorry, that's not part of the process." So you're not pointing at yourself and saying, "Oh no, I don't do it that way." You could say that, but you're not pointing at yourself where you may be feeling stuck in a way, or it's like, this is my own personal preference. It doesn't come off like that. There's a business process that you've agreed to in this structure, in this invoice, in this scope. And so once we begin, we're in motion, and for you to jump ahead of it isn't possible. So maybe the client will say, "Oh, I'm so busy. I'm just going to send you the notes for the homepage, and then we'll get to the other ones later. Just finish those up and then send them back to me." Oh, client, I'm so sorry, but actually the process does not work that way. Once you finish the notes for the first revision, then for the whole website, then I'll review them and get into doing them and give you a date when you could expect them to be done. If you're gonna take 3 weeks or 6 weeks to just do the first revision, I would charge for that. I would charge for that. In the beginning, I didn't, but over time, I got to a point where I said, this is not gonna work. I can't sit here for 6 months waiting for you to get your act together. We start the process. There's a certain timeline. After a certain point, you either will pay more or the project will get canceled. I'm not going to sit here and wait for y'all, but that's me venting with clients. But with that said, as you begin, you don't have to worry too much about that. But I do all those fine knit details. I do recommend having a process. Make it clear. And so that way the client knows where they're at. Step 1, before I begin any work, I need a deposit and all your content. Step 2 is that I will send you the first draft. Step 2 will be you'll do the first revision. You'll do the whole site, not part of it. I don't want 20,000 emails from you. Step 3, second revision. Step 4, training and launch. And that gets the site up and running. And the cool part too is once you make these things the first time, you use them over and over again. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you're looking for a specific tutorial, please check out our channel. And if you can't find it, let us know in the comments below. What do you need help with to develop your site to make it effective and better for all your users? Finally, sign up for our newsletter. Our newsletter is a great way to stay up to date with anything happening on Squarespace, new features, new tutorials that we post, new features for SEO or updates on SEO, any of that stuff that will help you be more effective. Our newsletter is a great way to stay connected with that as updates come. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.